talk about some lessons that you might have learned. Some lessons that you
Uh,
might have learned on your own, and maybe wish somebody would have told you.
all right, I'm gonna tell you a lesson. Now, I ain't gonna say I wish I learned it earlier, but a valuable lesson that anybody could take. Um, all right, so when people tell you who they are or what they can do, sometimes and a lot of times, and most of the times, they're trying to convince you and themselves that's what it is. But most of the time, when they just show you, that's the real person right there. So
Yeah,
when people be telling you they about this, like be like question that a little bit. So that's one thing that's for real. Yeah, I take that to heart. Like
yeah,
I don't want to hear nobody telling me what you can do. Like show me. Oh, and let me give you one more, John. When it come to people, this is how I approach everybody. I'd rather be surprised than disappointed. So that means I'm going into it. You got to show me that you are this type of person because I'm not
yeah,
going to go into it expecting you to be a certain type of person. You disappoint me.
yeah.
So I'm not going to be disappointed. I'd rather be surprised. So I'm going to go in it and then just allow you to show me.
I wish I would have known that friends change like they do.
Mm.
Nobody told me that right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of have had a false impression that your friends would be your friends
Mm.
forever, maybe. You know what I mean? And people would stay the same.
Mm.
So I kind of with some of the friends and people that I call friends now,
Yeah.
I'm I'm thinking and living off a past life, like of how we used to be.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not the same anymore. So like, yeah, that's a big lesson that I learned, you know, as I get older, that people change. They're not, and
Yeah.
I need to change the way I'm thinking as far as of how we used to be, because people change. Nobody could tell me how it feels to lose somebody either.
Mm.
Somebody
Yeah.
close to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I used to hear people talking about they lost somebody until I started losing people, or it's still people that are even in my peer group that started going before me and stuff. Like it's nobody could ever tell me how that would feel, or prepare me for that. Then you start losing like your parents and then your grandparents and things like that. It's just
Yeah. It's different.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So those are some of the things, man. Like, you know, take them from young. I heard all of it, man. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but I never knew what them feelings would be like until it happens to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Nobody really can tell you how to do it unless they did it. And even if they did it, it ain't the same experience. So yeah,
Yeah, to each his
I can
own
feel that.
on that.
Yeah.
My credit, all right. Something that I should have taken heed to, but I didn't. I did take heed to it, but I didn't take it as seriously as I should have. Was my credit. Um, I thought money could buy things, but credit can buy things. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't realize that having excellent credit is almost better than having the cash in my pocket. So once I learned that about my credit, I was probably like the only thing I messed up on was I had a budget card when we was in college.
Okay.
And with the budget Sears card, you could rent
Yeah.
cars.
Okay.
Went crazy with the rental cars and stuff like that. And that was the time that I messed my credit up when I was in college. And
Okay.
from that one time of that one piece of credit, fixing that piece right there, and then my credit going up and doing different numbers, I
Okay.
realized that I can do a lot more with my credit as long as my
Yeah.
credit is straight. The money that I have in my pocket is almost, I'm not gonna say useless, but when it comes to major purchases and things like that,
Yeah. A different level.
credit credit it takes precedent over cash most of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So yeah, if
Okay.
I would have learned that a little bit younger before I started making that mistake with that credit card and things like that. I would have did a lot more sooner.
I'm gonna tap on what you said about the credit, John, because you made me think about my lesson. I was gonna go talk about the same, almost the same thing. I've realized we be about the money so much because the lack of credit.
Yep.
So I'm explaining. So let's say you want to get something and you don't have credit, you have to have the money to
Yep.
do it. But I didn't realize until I got older. That's why we, as a community, we be on the money so hard because we ain't focused on the credit. That's
Right.
why we always come out get money, get money. But if we was to flip it and we was talking about get your credit together, we still can get the things that we want to
Yeah.
get. And I always tell people this one example. This is I'll take this to the grave, bro. Two people leaving the house. Both got 50,000 in cash. One got good credit. One don't got good credit. They want to buy a car for 50,000. You can both can get the car.
Yeah.
They both got 50 in cash, but the person with good credit
Yeah.
can get the car and still walk away with 50 cash in their pocket.
Hmm.
I didn't learn that till later.
Right.
Another thing people don't understand, the credit, uh, it affects when you go rent an apartment,
Oh yeah.
when you go get a car insurance.
For sure. A
Sometimes it could be a
car, a
cell phone,
mortgage.
like all that stuff. So some people think it's just the mortgage. Like no, it
Nah.
affects. Yeah. So your credit is big, like you said, man. And now I don't think I would have did the right thing at that when I at the young age because of the people around me at that time. It wasn't for that. Now at
Yeah.
that time,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So I learned
what
about
you
learned
have to
it.
do, what you have to do though is like when you're young, if you have those aspirations of trying to do stuff, you have to take that chance and then realize you don't have the credit. So you might be that one
Mm,
friend that did
yeah,
try something and all your friends is still doing this, but you're the one guy over here that tried that. Know that your credit is not good because you got a credit report. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying once I got that credit report and seen the mistakes on my credit, now you can focus
yeah.
on those. But you, a
Don't
lot
be
of times,
afraid.
we don't even know what's on our credit. We don't even know why our credit is so bad. You didn't know that your mama might have had a daggone cable bill in your name or something like that. So you got to get that credit report and check and then address what you see wrong on your credit, and that's what'll help your credit get up, boost your credit
And
score.
hey, Fred, I'm glad you said that, bro. This one thing. This is anybody can take this. I'm so glad that you said that, bro. There's one thing. If you get it like you said, you may realize I don't even live there anymore, the address. People don't even know you can dispute that address and that
Yeah,
will help your credit.
man.
Something as small as that. So,
Yeah,
like you said, but you got to print it out to know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And most people, that's the thing. It's the first, the second, and third steps. How do I get a credit report? What is a credit report? All these different things. You always say, man, you got your phone right there. You can Google how to get a credit report. You know what I'm saying? Where to go to
put it
get a
right
credit report. You know what I'm saying? If you got a bank, you can holler at your bank and get a credit report. It's all different ways, but it's the first, the second, and third
there.
steps of wanting
Yeah,
to do these things.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
That's a lesson. That's a hell of a lesson for real, man.
All
About
right.
the credit, bro. I'm glad you
Word.
said that.
All right. So let me ask you some things that you used to do as a kid that
Okay.
kids cannot do now, or they don't do now.
Well, the first thing I'm thinking about certain things they just don't do because that ain't often and people don't do that no more. Yeah, they don't go outside like we used to. Uh,
All right. So I'm glad that you said that. Hold on, hold that thought
okay.
because
All
I
right, all
got
right.
some. What outside did you do?
Oh, what did I do? I mean, I did regular stuff like I had a skateboard ramp. I had a clubhouse.
Yeah.
We fixed bikes.
See, that's
We
what I'm
know how to
saying.
fix flat tires, patches,
S-
and glue.
We used to play tackle football outside. We used to
Okay.
climb trees. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we used to do as kids. Me and my friends used to shoot target practice with BB guns and shit outside. We used to walk around with
Yeah.
BB guns and shit. And for sure now, like that's what I'm saying. For sure now, like kids ain't fucking around with BB guns and
Okay.
going outside shooting target practice. We used to climb fucking trees. I looked at a tree today and was like, damn, if I was a young dude, man, you know how fuck I'd have been
Uh,
at the top of that bitch. Cause it had all the perfect goddamn limbs and trunks and
yeah.
climb spots. But I'm like sitting there thinking, not a fucking kid in this world would climb that tree today. Somebody would be like, what the fuck is he doing in the tree? I used to be sitting at the top of them bitches sometimes, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Me and the dogs used to just be, where Fred at? That motherfucker at the top of the tree, like.
Oh man. Oh, Lord.
Oh shit,
Oh
man.
my goodness. Yeah, the top of that damn tree.
Talking about clubhouses, yeah, we used to build them bitches
Yeah.
too. You know what I'm saying? We used to
Yeah.
goddamn take newspapers in them bitches and you know what I'm saying, build all kinds of shit and burn them motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
What you mean? What you mean?
We'll put a bunch of newspapers in a barrel and burn them bitches as young kids, man. Like that's
What
our
y'all was doing that
clubhouse.
for?
That's our clubhouse though. You know what I'm saying? Our area.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? It might be nighttime.
oh,
We
it was
be
just the area.
yeah, like yeah, it might not be in the tree this time. You know what I'm
Ah,
saying? We might just have an area by the sewer and shit. Like dog, like where you climb through the sewer
ah,
and you go through the sewer or something because it's a big ass tunnel. You go through there and shit, and in the back of that bitch or some shit, it'd be like a little dungeon, like the Ninja Turtles or
ah.
some shit. And that used to be our spot. Motherfucker, meet there at
Okay.
8:30 tonight. You know what I'm saying? And we used to be like, yeah, we
Oh,
like the
see, when you say
Goonies or something.
clubhouse, I've been talking about like Al's type of clubhouse.
Like
All right,
boards
so
and shit and sticks and up in the
y-
tree.
nah. All right, so our clubhouse. Then we in the projects and shit. So people there can put out, then they'll board up their house.
Yeah.
But you had your front door, you had the back door. So we'll go in the back door, we'll take the door joint off, the door board, because it was long.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like, we'll build the joint up against like somebody's house or like a building, and just had the boards like that, and just
Yeah.
use the nails.
Yeah.
It came and we'll nail it in. I mean, one time, I built one of them motherfucking clubhouse, bro. And I'm going in when it's raining. I'm happy to go in there because I'm
That's
sitting
your
there chilling and
spot.
shit.
That's your spot.
Yeah, I go in that joint, drug dealer leave a gun in there.
Damn, so somebody done been in the spot. They done stashed. That's their stash spot. You done built a stash spot. See, that's what I'm talking about right there, man. That kind of stuff right there when you was a kid, man. You used to do that kind of stuff. Kids do. I understand, like, I understand, but
Yeah,
that's the fun of it that you used to have doing that
yeah,
kind of stuff. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. It was fun. Now, remember we take the long board off. All right, off the back of the house, and it was like so many, but the projects. If it's off, they'll come back. They'll put another joint up there.
Yeah.
So we take the boards and shit. So then we got to the point where I got to the point. I would take the boards, put them in my yard, and let it rain. And when it rain, it'll bow up.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to build a skateboard ramp.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I
See,
had a
that's what I'm saying.
skateboard ramp.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there, dog. Any kind of board. You got to make sure it's flat
Yeah.
because you hit that thing, you're going to flip off the front.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You
yeah.
had to
So
get
that's
that.
why he hit the long jump so it could dip.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Once that jump bow up, I put
Yes,
something behind
sir.
both ends, and I got a motherfucker
Man.
jump. Yeah,
Yep. Bruh.
yeah,
So let me ask
yeah.
you this then. Do you think with the advent of all of this technology and things like that, does it take away from a kid's creativity?
Yeah, everything's easy. I think that's my personal opinion. I just think everything's easy. It's like the answer. Just like me and you were talking about the Google and the YouTube. Like, we
Yeah.
ain't gotta go to school. All I need
Yeah.
is like a 15 minutes.
So
So
do
yeah,
you think it's creating a dumber society then?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
by the technology taking away the creativity of the things that you used to do as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
nailing boards, creating something, doing something without a YouTube, without a Google, without a this kind of things like that. You had to use something up here that was
Mm-hmm.
extra.
Yeah.
So now with the advent of technology, with just using this up here, there's no more using this right here for something, creating something. You just got the answers. Like you said, you got the answers now. So there's no, I'm not even going outside.
But you know what? I thought about this the other day. I think that me and you are in a certain era that
Right?
we
We are.
saw this
We
and
are.
that.
We were blessed
Not
to
just
be right
one
there.
jump. Because it's like I told you about the other like older people, they say, man, I'm bring back the sixties, they stuck in
Yeah.
that jump. So
Yeah.
we seen a little bit of this and
That
we seen a
pocket.
little bit of that. So
Yeah.
we doing it. We using this with
Yep.
the technology.
Yep.
Man,
That's hard
yeah,
to combat right there because we are
yeah.
right there in that pocket to where we
Right
seen
there,
both
bro.
and we
We
getting both.
whew, we made it, man. We lucky.
Yes, man, because I know how
Yeah,
creative as a kid I was, and then how I'm
yeah.
advancing with technology as well. But that creative side of me helps with the side of me now.
Now you got. I'm thinking about how the people that's older than me sometimes they just be like, "Man, scratch it. No, I'm
Yeah,
not
it's too hard,
learning that."
too
Yeah,
hard, too much thinking.
yeah.
I used to build model cars and airplanes, man. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? My mom used to take me to the store, and the only thing I would want out of the store was a model car or airplane. I'd take it home.
mm,
It could be a 57 Chevy. I'll build
mm.
that joint, build it up, put the wheels on it, paint it. You know what I'm saying? I know it was a lot of kids in my neighborhood that was building the airplanes, the fighter jets. They was painting them, putting the fighter jets in they daggone in the corners of their rooms, letting them hang and all of this kind of stuff. They was doing all that kind of stuff.
No, I
But
ain't do that.
but the thing about it is to see a kid doing it now would be considered unique. Would be
Hmm,
like uh man, wow, it's like kids don't do that right there. You're looking at the kid like he's
uh,
special, but that's the kind of things that a lot of kids from the remote control tracks that we used to put together, the little figure eight, click, 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 and then you know what I'm saying? You run it till it get hot. You might burn
yeah,
it up. And you smell the bottom of it. You know, you done burnt it up or something like that. You switching the
yeah,
tops of the cars. But that right there was the creative side. You used to make it go up the wall or something, you know what I mean? The creative side, put some books up under it, you know what I mean? You stack the books
yeah,
up under the track and make it go up, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I just think it's like the times. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids, they smart in some ways.
The only reason I
Oh,
passed because I was an athlete and I knew I had to have my grades had to be a certain way for me to play. And that was the only
yeah.
reason why I stayed on top of my shit because
Hmm,
yeah, I had to play. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, like, you know what I'm saying? I would have been just like the other degenerate motherfuckers that was fucking
yeah,
around.
just chilling.
Yeah, just hanging around on the wall
Yeah,
at my game. On the walls at my
yeah.
game. You know what I'm saying?
I guess I should be grateful that I made it about it and I was an athlete because you're right. I ain't ever think
Yeah.
about that. The way my
That shit saved
behavior,
me.
shit, I probably wouldn't have made it.
That shit saved. I know for a fact
Yeah,
being an athlete saved me. Saved me
yeah,
from motherfuckers trying to kill me. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
I'm telling you, I could go anywhere because like not anywhere, but anywhere in my area that I wasn't supposed to go because I was an athlete.
Oh, okay,
My
yeah,
homies
yeah, yeah.
couldn't go.
Yeah, athletes give you different paths, and the weird thing that the non-athletes don't understand is you may be somewhere and you may know somebody just off all some athletic stuff, and
Yep.
people be like, "How you know that person?" But it just we can't explain it, but it's just
Yep.
really all on some athletic stuff. You can see that person anywhere. I
And
had people stop me. when I was with my wife on a date say something. I had
Yeah.
people say something to my sister that she
Yeah.
was dating. Say, yeah, I
Yeah.
know him from. Yeah, it just.
That would be your
I,
pass right there. You know what
yeah,
I'm
man. I
saying?
was chilling in somebody's backyard one day. Somebody I play basketball come around the corner and get the equipment that my people's rented from him.
Yeah.
So just like all that, like, and they like,
Yeah.
man, how you know everybody? It's just like really athletics, man. But we can't
Yeah.
explain it. If you ain't an athlete, you don't get it.
Yep. I
Yeah.
used to hear like all the time the area that I was from, man, we don't like them boys over there, boy. But you know what I'm saying? You straight, you
Mm,
cool, you know what I'm saying? And I be there. I be out of bounds. I be everywhere though. Cause I used to
everywhere.
believe I'm going anywhere anyway, because that's what I used to do. And
Yeah.
I used to be on that basketball. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's where they knew me from. I was always okay. He's good, man. Don't leave him alone or something. He's straight. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess with him.
Yeah. Damn,
Yep.
that's crazy. But I was thinking about that today. How I mean, different places we was all over. It's like that ain't my neighborhood. That's not my side of the town. Like what the hell was I doing over there? I was just playing ball.
Yep. Yep. And I was meeting
Yeah.
friends all that's what I was saying. I'm meeting friends all over and stuff. And people was wondering how you know me from there, how you know them, how did because I done been over there. I played with them. I done, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I run with one of his partners and stuff, one
Yeah.
of his boys. I know his man and stuff.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. Yep.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was in another section. We grew up in the southeast section. I was in the northeast section, and I don't know how we got on the topic, but we was on the court, and he know my younger brother. He was on the basketball team. My younger brother. So it's just like I ain't from around here, but
Yeah.
like he
There it
good.
is though. That's the connection right
Yeah, that's
there. You
crazy,
straight.
man.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
You get a
crazy.
pass. You get a pass. Don't
Yeah,
nobody want to bother you, man. And I was the same
yeah,
way when guys came to my area that these cats over here did not like or didn't want to deal with, or they was acting funny with them. Do not even try it with him, man, because he's here playing with me or something like that. Do not try that or nothing like that with him, man. And if y'all decide to get into it with him, I'm gonna get into it with you with him. With y'all, like,
yeah,
yeah, we gonna have an issue like that. And then my partners is going like that's how we gonna deal with it. I'm not gonna
yeah.
let you come from out of the area, coming to see me, playing with me, messing with me, and then somebody bother you, man. That
Nah,
has never
mm,
happened for me. And I used to have a lot of friends coming from different areas, play ball with us, do stuff like that, run with us, run with me for the day. And
mm,
it's not gonna happen, man. I'd rather roll
yeah,
with him and roll against y'all than to let
yeah.
y'all do something to him.
And that's how it should be for anybody out there. That's exactly how it should carry it right there. So I had two people here, somebody older than me, younger than me. My opinion that the new NBA is more skillful than the old NBA. What's your opinion on that?
Slightly, slightly.
Okay.
I agree with every generation or something like that. The athlete gets slightly better,
Yeah.
but I think that there's a lot more that's happening today in the NBA and in today's NBA than it was previously in previous NBAs to make the game a little bit more offensive friendly. I think that's what the focus is now as opposed to what it
Hmm.
was before. But I think what has happened, in my opinion, is with the with the uh with the flagrant foul.
No, no, what you mean?
I think, man, when they started throwing that flagrant foul, flagrant one, flagrant two, the way they started throwing it around, like the way the contact is made for a flagrant. Like, man, I used to be able to punch people in the face and get a flagrant one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
So what
so back
I'm
then it was one and twos.
yeah, back then.
Oh,
But
okay,
but but it was the level of flagrant back then, you know what I'm saying?
okay,
But
okay,
now
okay.
I think, contact to the head, flagrant two, he's out of here. I think with that happening now, the way they calling
Uh,
flagrants now is making the defensive side different. You can't play
damn.
defense now because the aggression or something like that will get you a flagrant one, a flagrant two. Is changed the way people play defense. Now, just a little, you can't make contact, or it's hard to stay in front of somebody now. Like, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of elbow, a little bit of this. It's just
Hmm.
there's certain calls now, man. I think that flagrant is what has just damaged the
It's
game.
damaging. I'm a fan of the game, and I try to watch the old games. I don't want to see that.
You can't can you
I,
can't can you watch a whole NBA game? A whole NBA game.
yeah, I can. Yeah, I can watch one now. Shoot, I watch Wimby more than anybody probably.
You could watch. I can't watch a whole NBA game straight through.
Yeah, I definitely can't watch no old junk. I watched the All Star game today. No, none of the big men from '93 to '95 can mess with any of the big men now. None of them.
You're only
Not
saying that because
one.
they could stretch the floor.
That's what I'm saying. So whatever the reason is, I'm just
Yeah.
saying now, no,
Physically,
no.
yes, but you're saying it only because they can't stretch the floor.
Yeah,
Otherwise you give it
but
to one of
that's
them
the
big men
offense.
and they'll back one of these little dudes down and bang it on them or something. Like that's the difference. Is the
Yeah,
besides stretching the floor, that's
yeah,
that's the whole transformation right there. Is them being able
yeah.
to
But you
step
can't
out so
dismiss
far.
stretching the floor. You can't dismiss that
Oh
because
no
that
no no
is a
no,
skill,
definitely not.
and
That's a
that's
big deal.
basketball now. And think about this. Let's say you got Shaq and let's say Embiid.
Yeah,
Shaq and Embiid. Shaq come down, pound them, 2 points.
yeah,
Embiid 3.
yeah.
Next possession, 2 points. Embiid 3. The score is 6-4. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's like it ain't gonna work, man. It's cool. Like Shaq, now I agree. Shaq will punish him,
But hold on though,
but he got to
like
play defense.
yeah,
He
I was
got to
gonna
play
say
defense.
Embiid got to play defense too, so he'll probably
No,
foul out
no,
in the first
that's two
quarter.
points. 2 points guaranteed. Like you can't
Yeah,
even
but he
fight that
probably
because
foul
you
out in the
can't stop
first
it.
quarter.
No, like what you fouling because you can't stop it. So what you swiping at? Like what you back? Like you can't stop that shit.
Just get out the
All right,
way.
but Shaq gotta play defense. Now
Yeah,
imagine that I'm watching the game again from '93 to '95 All Star. The big men didn't go past free throw line.
yeah. It's a
Man,
different game though. It's
man,
a different game. It's a
yeah,
different game.
yeah. So it's a
You
different
got
game.
you got one player now. You got one guy, and you got shooters everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's how the
They
game
got
is
PJ
now.
Tuck out there, man. Got PJ Tuck. Come on, man. Spotting up for the corner, man. Yeah, you're right. That's all they got is
Yeah,
shooters out
man.
there now.
Like, damn, when
Oh
Jordan
my
was playing,
goodness.
you had Jordan, and who was the shooter? Paxson, you know what I'm saying? Kerr,
Or
or
Kerr. Yeah.
BJ Armstrong or something.
But it had a swing to them.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
it. Now you got four shooters out there. Everybody can shoot.
It's just a different game. So, um, it's just different, man.
Yeah,
But
everything
but
is
but
different.
you, but so many people dismiss the young people. Oh, they terrible. This is the real All Star game. I be saying that this is the real All Star game.
Nah,
It's
man.
like, man. Then I thought about that. That's like disrespectful. Even if you say the '93 jump is the real All Star game, because I see that '93, right? So you trying to tell me '97 was some
93.
shit? Yeah,
93.
people. I just seen that today. They say '93 is the real All Star game.
Man,
So what about '97? What about '98? What
nah, man.
like? What about
But
2000 with Jordan? It's like, come
oh
on, man.
man.
And then I thought about you with the slam dunk jump. So Stephen A. said that LeBron ruined it, right?
Cause he didn't dunk.
Yeah. So he said he ruined the slam dunk contest.
That's crazy. He
Now I
didn't
thought
dunk.
of, I thought about this. Think about this. Name me one slam dunk contest that was better than Zach Levine and Eric Gordon.
Dominique and Mike. Yeah, like for the
Okay.
time, we're prisoners of the
All right.
moment, though. Like of the
Okay.
moments.
All right.
Yeah,
So
like
that's debatable. But my whole point of saying that LeBron didn't participate in any of them, and they were still great. LeBron didn't participate in Dwight Howard or Nate Robinson, and it was still a great slam dunk. So just like you told me, you don't have to jump over cars. You can
No.
still be creative, and those
Yeah.
guys who won it was
Yeah.
creative. So LeBron didn't damage the slam dunk contest. People just came out and was creative, like you said.
How could he have even damaged it when he didn't participate?
See, that's what Stephen A. said. He said because Jordan and Dominique were stars and Vince Carter was a star, he participated. Because LeBron didn't participate, it made nobody else participate. No other stars. That was Stephen A. said.
Nah, nah. So then that's a problem. That's their problem. You know what I'm saying? You gonna follow LeBron's lead? Like that's y'all problem, man. We don't want y'all in dunk contest. No way, man. Like, come on with that. Like if somebody just gonna follow the lead 'cause LeBron said it, man, I don't want to hear that right there. If that's the case, then go ahead with your bad ass player. That's suspect in the first
Ah,
place, man. I don't roll with dudes like
oh,
that,
man.
dog. Like, go ahead, man. Let me find that out. You ain't do it because LeBron ain't do it? Okay. Nah, I don't want to hear that from none of them.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was thinking. Like, who the hell's not doing it? Because LeBron's
I
not
don't want to
doing
hear
it.
that. Hell nah, man. If you
That
could
don't even make
dunk and
no
you believe in
sense.
your dunks, then I just
Man, we
felt
had
like,
some great slam dunkers, bro.
yeah, I just felt like LeBron just knew he wasn't the best dunker. Or it wasn't a great dunker. It wasn't a dunk contest guy. Like that's why I'm not gonna go out there and hell yeah, I could dunk over people, dunk in the game. Do I'm not a I'm not a flying around like a guy like them.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. And I went back and I saw LeBron's last slam dunk contest. That's when he was in high school. For the McDonald's All American.
Yeah,
I was looking at the dunks, and I said, "There's no way these dunks will ever be anything in the NBA."
right. They're the
Like
same dunks that high
these dunks,
schoolers be doing them. They be the high school dunks that are the best high school dunks.
man. What? I said, man, he'll be out the first round. He'll be
Yeah,
out.
man. So
Then
yeah,
they be talking
he
another
knew
thing bad
better.
about him. He
He knew
know better.
better.
Yeah, he know
Yeah,
better.
you know your
Yeah,
limitations. You could be the
yeah,
best basketball player, but you might not be the best dunker. Cool. We know that. I
yeah,
know that. Yeah, I could accept that, man.
yeah. So I think it's one of them things he just knew
Yeah.
that this ain't for me. Even when you in the presence of a man and you're talking to a man, men understand it is certain things as fighting words and certain words you just don't use amongst men.
Yeah.
So women don't understand like the word thing. That like it's serious to us. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You can't just be like yeah, like that's for real.
Yeah.
And I want to know what you think about that.
That's a test of your manhood, man.
Yeah,
It's almost
yeah,
like saying I could whoop you. And
yeah,
it's like testing you in a way. And is that
yeah,
you get wrong man, you're gonna get the wrong response, man. You know what I'm saying? I know
yeah,
how to handle that. I would say I know how to handle that because first of all, nobody's gonna talk to me like that. And if you do,
yeah,
I know how to handle that. We're pretty much done.
yeah.
So it don't have to be no physical altercation and nothing like
None of
that.
that.
We're done when you saying stuff to me like that, when you feel bold enough to talk. Whoa!
It's a wrap.
Yeah, so I
We
don't
have
have
no
to
more.
beat
We
on
ain't got
you
nothing
or
to talk
nothing.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we ain't got nothing to talk about. That's all right. Yeah,
Damn. So I certain kind of guys you get a different response. He might boom bap you before it's I'm done with you. Or he might boom bap you and
yeah,
still deal with you. And you say it
yeah,
again, and he boom bap you again like that. But for me, yeah, I don't know any kind of female that would say that to me.
yeah. And they was having a conversation, and the women didn't get how we took that serious.
Yeah.
It's like we
Yeah.
let's yeah, like because like you said, it's a test of this and blah blah blah, and they just like we just like no,
Mm-mm. Nah.
They know, and they didn't even know. So you said it could be something physical or somebody leaving you. They don't even think it should be a consequence for it, but they don't even understand it's a consequence.
they never called their significant other the B word.
Who the men?
Yeah, most men never called their significant other
Nah,
the B word
yeah, yeah,
because you
yeah,
know that that's one line that you just don't want to cross.
yeah,
And if you decide to call her that, then you have made the
yeah,
conscious decision in your mind to cross that line.
yeah, yeah.
So for
Man,
women, it's the same thing. Like this is Joe, you know who you dealing with. And if you make a conscious decision to say something like that to him, you know that line that you're crossing. Just like I know the
yeah,
line if I call you the B word.
yeah, yeah. Man, and I was thinking about when we was young, and let's see, we young, but I remember if a dude used the B word towards another dude, no matter what the situation is, yeah,
We got to scrap.
like ain't no talking. We got to.
We have
It's
to.
like it's almost like it was law.
Testing my manhood.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, so some people don't understand. It go far back, like we did, like go far. Like we know the respect level of certain words. Even when you talk to people who's been in prison, it's
Yeah.
certain words too.
Yeah. Penitentiary rules in effect at all times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So certain words, like men, we know that. So we don't talk about it out loud, but we know.
For me
Yeah,
now,
but
it's the
women,
same situation with a woman. No, if a man calls me these kind of words or says these kind of things to me, it doesn't have to be an altercation anymore.
yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have to deal
Yeah.
with you. I could just easily remove myself from that situation.
Yeah, and then I was thinking if a man used that, it's almost like you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah,
They
yeah. Either
use
be
that
about
like,
it or shut the hell on up, brother. You ain't got to do
yeah,
all that wolfing.
yeah, not
You
one
know,
time,
you
bro.
know. There are trigger words that women use to try to get a rise out of men sometimes. But
There's only two things.
when you cross that line, though, it's either you. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish when you say those kind of things. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? What are you
but
trying to accomplish?
there's only two things that a woman can say to try to cut deep. There's only two things, and
When
I
you were
always
young or
say
now?
in life, in the history of the world, only two things that a woman can say to cut you deep, to try to cut you deep: your sexuality and the size of your manhood. That's it.
Size of my manhood, you can't tell me nothing about that
See,
now.
that's what I'm saying. Like it don't apply to everybody, but those are the only two weapons that they can use. I was thinking about the other day. You know how they was getting on Shannon about being zesty, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So this is what I was thinking, right? So let's say that is true, that he is that, right?
yeah.
He still can whoop his ass. So what we talking about?
Yo, there's some out there that could throw them
Yeah,
joints like
that's
out them
what I'm saying. So what are we talking
balls.
about? Like, what's the big deal that you say this person is that? Like,
I'm gonna
okay,
tell
let's say the
you.
person is that. Now what?
I'm gonna tell you what the big deal is.
Okay, go ahead.
In our culture, we feel it is the ultimate mission of ours to out somebody. And then when we do, it's like after that, the dust can settle and then it goes where it may. But in our culture, we have to be the ultimate private eye of somebody. Look at his eyes. Look at how he walk. Look how he stand. Look how he do this. Look at, and then once we figure it out or we don't figure it out or something, like we just are. It's our culture who it's our job to figure it out first, and then once we figure it out, do what we do with it as we may. But it's our culture, man. Like I'm telling you, no, I mean, I can't speak for other cultures, but from what our culture, I know that we make it our mission to out somebody.
Mhm. Hmm. And hmm, that could be one of the reasons why we don't get as much respect as we think we should get. Because if you think about it, if you are figuring this out, you spend that a lot of time in that, and you're lacking in this,
Yep.
you don't get as much respect. So it's just like, should
It's
I
full of
should I
shit,
care?
man. That's called full
Yeah,
of
should I?
shit, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying?
why I don't care because it's like they don't move the culture and forward. If anything, it will move the culture backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
But it is what it is.
Can I ask you a question? Is there
Yeah.
anybody that you know or have found out that they are a certain kind of way and it affected the way you felt about them, or now you can't?
Nah, nah, nobody,
I have.
nobody.
I
Yeah.
have. And I'm guilty of this because that I have with certain ones, but then certain ones I haven't. It's like I can tolerate knowing about certain
Mm,
men, but then certain men uh-uh. So
mm.
like for
Okay.
instance, Frank Ocean, I used to listen to his music.
Okay.
I used to listen to it, man, and then
All right.
I kind of found out who he was singing to.
Hey,
Broke me
man.
down, dog. It broke me down. So it took me, I was like, "Mm."
All
And
right.
it
So
messed
so
me
that
up. It messed me
that's
up,
a
and I'm guilty
preference.
of that. I'm guilty of that. That part. But I like Sam Smith though. It's weird.
Okay. Nah, that's why I said it's a preference. That's why I don't think it's
It's
weird. I
weird.
think it's
Yeah,
a
it's
preference.
crazy though. Like how I did that though,
It's
right?
not crazy. No, because I still love Luther.
Right. Right. Right.
So I don't think it's weird. Like I remember when I was young and my uncle he was cleaning out his car. I was like, man, you can't mind your car dirty, man. He looked at me and said, man, when you get your car,
Yeah.
I want that shit to be clean every day. And you'll know what I'm talking about. I was like,
Damn right.
when I get my car, man, I'm aiming with this.
Yeah.
I ain't know. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I
It's
had to
gonna be
go through it
days
to
like
know.
that. It's gonna be
Yeah.
days like that, dog. Yeah, man.
But I had to go through it. It is what it is. And that's everybody, man. And that's why I don't feel bad for the kids. You know, some people be like, man, I feel sorry for the kids. They got to go through this these days. Man, they
Shit.
be alright. They be
I
alright.
used to hear them stories of, man, we used to have to walk to school in the snow, all that shit. So I don't want to hear nothing about nothing, dog. I didn't have to do that right there with they. I had the worst I had to do was stand at the bus stop or some shit. These people
Yeah,
before us,
yeah,
shit, man.
yeah,
Man, look what they had to go through just to get to school.
yeah,
I
yeah,
probably wouldn't even have
yeah.
been going to school. Like,
Yeah. But you know, I think about that too. Like back then, or let's say back in the '60s, I mean, let's just say the '60s.
yeah,
Certain things that was important to them back then is not as important to us now. And
right, right.
partly we realize some of them things is not necessary. And what I mean by that is, at one point in time, black people thought the only way they could be anything is education. Now, the white man's education.
Not all of us. Not all of us
No, no, no,
because
no, no. No, not I ain't saying every single
right,
person,
right,
all
right,
of it.
right,
At one point in time,
right.
that was big. That was the way to get out of whatever you was in. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we was at a low point. So that was the answer. Now, as we progress, we find out there's more answers. So, you know
And
what I'm
which
saying?
part of
Then there's,
education are you talking about too, though? Because you have
I'm
to
just
have
talking about
some
like
form, right? Some
it
form of
depends what,
education.
it depends what you're trying to do.
Hmm.
Now, for example, so let's say a doctor. I don't know another way to be a doctor than going to college. Maybe it may be another way,
Yeah.
but I don't know another way. So yeah, if you're trying to be a doctor, I don't think you can avoid that. But if you want to be something else, there's other ways to do that.
Well, college might be the extensive part of education, but we all do
Yeah,
agree you got to learn to read and write. You know what I'm saying? Reading and writing is fundamental,
reading,
just being able to
reading and
to
writing. Yes,
function. You know what I'm saying? To
reading and
function.
writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, reading and writing. Yeah, arithmetic. That's about it. Yeah,
Fundamental to
but
functioning. So that's the little levels of forms of education that
y-
is most important.
yeah, That's one thing that we learned throughout the years that we need.
Hmm.
But again, at one point, that was the answer to not being to getting out of this
Yeah.
education.
Yep.
So
We
it
didn't
just
have
over
proof of
time,
anything. We didn't
yeah,
have
we
proof
had
of stuff.
so as some of my friends, they would try to get on their kids about doing certain things, but they don't know. Like I will pull the kids aside. I would ask them about certain things, like how you feel about this, like in my own way, because I'm Uncle Terry, and they were like, man, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And but the parents telling me, man, they should do this.
Yeah. But Youngin has enough proof of what he's trying to do. It's hard for him to sell him on it. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't want to hear that, man. You better go take all these college courses and stuff that ain't gonna do you no good, man. You better go somewhere after you leave here and do all of this. Like, nah, man.
Yeah,
He got a
yeah,
vision now. You know what I'm saying? But that's
man,
the same thing too. So sometimes when we
yeah,
was younger, we said a lot of stuff that we wanted to do, and our parents, man, go sit down
yeah,
somewhere, man. Be
yeah,
quiet, man.
yeah.
Shut up, man. You ain't about to do that. You know you can't read, or you can't run, or you can't jump.
Hey, check this out. Hey, that's how they do it. But check this out. I read this one day. Sometimes when parents do that to us, like, yo, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yeah,
It's their failures. They putting it on
yeah,
us.
yep,
Like
for
I
sure.
like like I didn't make the basketball team, so you ain't gonna be able to make the basketball team. They don't be letting
Same,
people on the basketball team. It's like,
same
yeah,
as the
so
parent that's gonna make you play when you don't
yeah.
want to play. Like, damn, can't you see he ain't trying to tackle nobody, man? Take him off the field. Nah, he gonna play. He gonna play four quarter. He gonna play. Nah. He ain't quitting. Let's talk about a few things that friends can do that you would consider crossing the line as a friend. And I'll give you an example if you know what I'm saying that
All right, go ahead.
some things that I would think that would be considered crossing the line. First of all, for me as a friend, you having a wife, me trying to have any kind of friendship, relationship, um,
Yeah.
anything. I would even say not aside from you, even with you, there's a certain level of respect that I'm supposed to carry myself with your significant other. So that's one
Okay.
thing that I never play with. I give my friends, significant others, the utmost respect. Um, maybe even more than they would give them. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because I would never cross that line. That's one thing
Okay.
that could be fatal. So
Man, nah, me and you got the same one, so yeah, I'm gonna do something different.
what's a
Uh,
big one?
definitely. All right, it's a few things. All right, so we all have different groups of friends.
Yeah,
Me and you talking is me and you talking. So another group should know what me and you talking about.
right,
So that's like
for sure.
I'm not doing that, and I don't play that. Somebody else doing that because I'm gonna bring whatever we have in the conversation. That's me and you. Don't nobody know that jump.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm
Somebody
saying?
say, "Oh, my bad, man. I thought, you know what I'm saying? I thought everybody
Nah,
knew. I thought that was
mm-mm,
everybody's business."
mm-mm. So somebody told me something that somebody told them. I don't know now. I don't know if they told them don't tell nobody or not. But I end up being around the person, and I damn sure ain't gonna bring up what
Nah,
you know what I'm saying.
hell no.
It just
For
like nah,
sure.
it don't go like that. Yeah.
Nah, that
It's
ain't
not
my
like a
business.
group thing like, yeah, well, I know about.
Yeah,
No. Hell no.
for sure not.
No. That's one thing I was saying. I understand people talk, pillow talk, they talk to their mate. Now that I think that's up to the person to allow what you can share because it's a possibility. It can be pillow talk, so it's up to you what you want to share
Yeah.
or how in depth. But the other gossiping and all that, yeah, I ain't rocking with that one. Especially we supposed to be friends.
for sure.
Yeah.
Stealing from me, man. Like that's the ultimate. Like some people don't consider certain things stealing. I was gonna put it back. Or I ain't think you was going. I ain't think you needed that anyway. Oh man, look, you got so many of those right there, man. That ain't, you know what I'm saying. That's all. I ain't think you was gonna say nothing about that. Like, why you
Oh,
tripping about that, man? You got like five. Like, you hear that right there, or something. You know what I'm saying? Ultimate crossing the line, right? Like,
one
there's
time.
no coming back from that.
But I always say enjoy it in health.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever you get from me, enjoy it in health, man.
How about as me being your friend, I'm always doing for you, but you never doing for me.
Me personally, that ain't my friend. What you think about that?
Same. That's exactly what I'm
Yeah,
mentioning it. Like you
yeah.
just you feel like I'm always supposed to pick you up, maybe supposed to hook you up with something, maybe supposed to do something for you, maybe supposed to bless you with something because I got extra. But
Okay.
when it's your turn, you'll never do it. All right, all right. Well, that's where it is, right there. That's where it is. Enjoy
Yeah,
it in health.
yeah. Enjoy the health, man. Go ahead, you got it, man. And to add on top of that, this for the men. It's too many to go that direction that somebody already went.
Hmm.
It's too many directions you can go. You can go another direction, and when you go the same direction as somebody else, is almost it says a whole lot about you. And yeah, it says a whole lot. And some people may treat you a little different.
I'm glad you said that, brother, because that brings me into my next one. You being as a friend of mine, you should never want to deal with a person that I've dealt with in my past.
That's what I meant by the same direction. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I say
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that too, man. It's like you said it perfect. It's too many to to want to stomp where I've stomped or have the same experiences that I've had with that person. That's the ultimate disrespect for me, man. And we
Yeah.
can't, and there's no coming back from that with me because I don't want to hear about it, and there's nothing else that we need to talk about. If you've done that or you feel that that's acceptable.
And then I think about when people do that, like, what do you really think about that person that you went after? Like, that's weird. Like,
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
dislike the person or do you want to be like the person? Like that's weird. Like,
yeah,
would
man.
you always eyeballing that person when that
Yes,
person was with that? That's crazy. Like the
yes,
whole thing is weird, man.
yes.
Mm.
So I guess those are friendship deal breakers, man. Guys think sometimes, man, they can have friendships with somebody's significant other.
Who? You think people really think that?
Hell yeah, man. Yeah.
Mm.
Guys think that sometimes like no, we're all friends. No, we're all
No,
cool. We're all cool.
no.
Yeah, they think that like, oh no, man, I hollered at her and you like what?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
hollered at
Some
her.
people do. Some
Yeah,
people do.
yeah, that's right. And that's what I'm saying. Dudes, y'all brothers is crazy for that, man. To think
Yeah,
that like
I'm not playing. No, if
that's
you
an
need something,
ultimate line
yeah,
crosser, man. Like,
yeah,
yo, don't be
yeah,
talking to her without running it through
yeah,
me. Like, what's up with you?
yeah. Even if your wife owns a bakery and I want to get some cupcakes, you don't
Yes.
go to the fucking bakery to your wife. No, you go to Fred.
You
Can
keep
you
coming in
ask?
here for them cupcakes, huh? You keep coming, yeah, every 3 days you in here for like
No,
put
no,
your
you
your
go
face
to
up in
Fred.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, you
bruh.
go to Fred. You let Fred
Put the
handle
order
that.
in. Put the order
Yeah,
in, bruh. Hey, look, I need some more of them cupcakes, DC, man. Next time I go through there,
right.
I'm gonna be up there next week, man. Drop me a couple of them
Yeah,
cupcakes. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how it goes.
We'll keep going. Is your wife working today? No. Okay, I'll be there to get me some cupcakes. You know what I'm saying? Is she working
Nah,
today? Yeah. All right, I need you to get me some cupcakes, bro.
yeah,
That's how
yeah,
that'll go
yeah.
down
That's how
anytime.
it's
Like,
supposed to
yo,
go.
what, yo, what, don't be asking me. Yo, I just need to know if it's a good time to go get the cupcakes because I ain't trying to go there when she there or at all.
Nah, you go through him.
Yeah,
That's it.
straight up, man. Like,
Yeah,
damn, dog.
yeah. And even to the point, if that person can't facilitate it, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. So forget it. Forget the cup. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Like I ain't thinking. Look, you really thinking about the cupcakes that bad? Nah, I'm not. So forget the cupcakes. I'm a brother that say just forget it. If I can't, we can't work it out. All right, then I don't need them. Damn them cupcakes. I ain't trying to do all that, man. Like, I don't need that type of static. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a wrap. Don't even worry about it, man. It ain't that important, man.
Get it, man.
So again, I'm gonna pick the team. We're gonna be three teams,
All
random.
right. All right.
I want you to pick the best player from that organization or that team. Give me the best player in the history of the Kansas City Chiefs.
I would just say his name, but it's not really fair to put him there. But because he was the best for another organization, and he
I
only
knew
did a
I
stint.
knew you were talking
He
about.
only did a
All right, go
stint
ahead.
in Kansas City. You know what I'm
So you
saying,
think that?
Joe? But
Go
I'm
ahead.
not going to say that. I'm not going to say that because that's not fair. Because he only did a
Okay.
stint there, so I give it to Tony Gonzalez.
I forgot about Tony.
I give it to Tony Gonzalez.
Hmm. Tony,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Over Pat Mahomes.
Uh, let's just say Pat is still working on it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Let's just say
Okay.
he's still
Yeah.
working on it. But I give it as of previous Tony
Okay.
Gonzalez. Yeah, but I
All
know
right.
Joe
All
did a
right.
stint there, so I wouldn't give it to Joe because he only did a stint there, and it was like the ass end, the tail end. So he shouldn't get the
Okay.
accolades of being the best
Nah.
chief. You know what I'm
Nah. I
saying?
will put Joe in there.
I know what you was
All right.
thinking though.
Yeah. 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 I was. All right. So I'm gonna go to the basketball now. The best in the history of the Grizzlies from Vancouver/Memphis.
Oh, okay. I'd say the best skilled from Vancouver
Or
to
Memphis, whatever.
to Memphis would probably have. Ooh, man, I remember my man Sharif Abdul Rahim. Ew. Ugh. He had the frame and
Yeah,
everything. Like, yeah, I'm giving
yeah,
it to Sharif, man.
Sharif.
Yeah, man. Yep, from what I can remember.
Yeah, Sharif. You know what? I might still give it to Ja.
I'm not giving nothing to no current players yet. You know what I'm saying? Except Steph. Except Steph. You know what I'm saying? That's probably it. You know what I'm saying? Now, the rest of them, I can rank them somewhere and put them somewhere.
No,
But
I'm going with Big Country.
I would pick Zach Randolph over him.
He played for Memphis.
What?
Damn.
Hell yeah. Zebo? Mike
I
Connolly?
probably, I probably, I probably, I probably would go. Damn.
Sheesh. I would
I'm, a,
probably take Zach over Sharif. I hate to say that, but
I'm gonna go with Mike.
Connolly,
Yeah, yeah.
he's
I
very
forgot about
consistent.
that. I'm gonna
Very
go with him,
consistent.
and I think he was the only one that made an All Star. I think. I think.
Zebo's never been an all-star.
I don't know. That's why I said I think. I don't
I
know.
think Zebo made it 1 year too.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mike Conley. I like him, man. He was solid. We're gonna do the football now. Let me see a team. Now we talking about the best player all time. We're going with Washington.
The Redskins. I mean the Commanders.
What? Yep. All of them. Yep.
Trick me, but it's right in front of my eyes.
You know how like, they say something's right before like we see
Yeah,
that up and down the highway, but we don't
yeah.
like that's the last team I would pick. But
You're
go ahead.
asking me the best
Yes.
commander,
Uh,
the best skin.
yes. Yes.
Ha. um. Whoa, boy. It's debatable, man. I know it is. I know it's debatable, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
Uh,
Doug Williams. It's debatable. I
okay.
know it is. I
Okay.
know what you're probably thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But
All
Doug
right.
Williams, the impact and everything and what was done, and man, I don't know if that's ever been replicated or could be duplicated.
Yeah, that's something special.
Very.
Yeah. Okay. So Doug Williams will be the number one in that organization for you.
Yeah. An honorable mention would be Sean Taylor, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm picking for number one. I'm trying to go through all of them.
Riggins.
Man, you know what, man? As a fan, I don't like how they treat Doug.
Nah, of course not.
So, so I'm right there, and they just be right going right over him.
Right. They downplay
So
his accomplishments.
every time, man, even the radio, I listen to the AM station. It's like, man, they keep sweeping over the dude.
He should have a statue in front of the arena, man. Like besides who else we think? I mean, who I don't know. Like they might take it back to some of them old players or something. But the impact
Yeah,
that I know that Doug Williams had for your
yeah,
organization and what he did for your city and the
yeah, for
being the
sure.
first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl
Yeah,
was the that deserves a statue in itself. Like,
yeah,
yo, that's a
yeah.
big deal. That's historic. All right. What is the only city to win three sports championships? Three more major sports championships in the same year. Your next question is I gotta make sure to have it. All right. What school holds the record for the most consecutive NCAA basketball titles? Who was on the cover of the first John Madden football game? What is the record for the most rebounds in an NBA game?